Hey everybody, this is D Hunter, bringing another action figure review. Today, we're looking at the McFarlane DC Multiverse, Batman, the Three Jokers, Red Hood. This is the Frostbite edition. This is a gold label GameStop exclusive. Ordered on the GameStop app. Had some problems with my first order. Then I placed a second order and it shipped immediately. So let's take a look at the packaging. And as you can see at the top, this is part of the gold label collection. A gold label figure is simply a retailer exclusive. Whether it be Target or Walmart, this gold label is a GameStop exclusive. DC, Batman logo, Red Hood from Batman 3 Jokers, Frostbite edition, McFarlane Toys, authenticated limited edition to 4,250 pieces. Here's the front of the package. On the side, Red Hood, Batman 3 Jokers. Other side's pretty blank. At the back, here's Red Hood, damaged helmet looking pretty cool. At the bottom, there's his barcode, if that helps anybody. This is one of their deluxe figures. Remove the outer sleeve, and you can expose what looks like a giant ice cube. It's a pretty cool effect. And if you take that out, you've got the figure in the clamshell. So with no further ado, let's open him up. And of course, I did get two of these Red Hood figures, one of which to open and enjoy, the other one to keep unopened in my complete Batman and related unopened action figure collection. Alright, now that we have this figure out of the package, here he is with all the accessories laid out. We have a display stand, a collector's card, a display stand for the collector's card, a crowbar, and then two sort of frozen or frost effects to go over his hands. Now this is the first Frostbite figure that I can recall that came with accessories that are different from the original version, like these Frostbite things for his hands, which are very appropriate for this type of figure. Before dealing with all that, let's talk about and check out the figure. So this is Red Hood, technically from Batman the Three Jokers. Red Hood, of course, as we all know, is Jason Todd, the second Robin, who was killed by the Joker and then brought back to the Lazarus Pit and is now a member of the Bat family and a Bat ally. This is the Frostbite edition, sort of a frozen version. And that makes sense. You could have Batman, Nightwing, and Red Hood all entering Mr. Freeze's base and all being frozen at the same time. So let's take a closer look. One thing I want to point out is they used the battle damage cowl that came with the Batman Family 5-pack. Pretty cool. As we go down, he's got a really good looking torso. I love the sort of, sort of semi-armored look. Reminds me of Robin's tunic. He's got the jacket on the outside, which is transparent. You can kind of see through it. You can see my finger through there. It's a pretty cool effect. These Frostbite guys always visually look very cool. In some ways, it's kind of like, what's the point? But with a Batman ally, kind of makes sense. They could definitely be frozen by Mr. Freeze. Double-jointed elbows, double-jointed knees, no holsters, no pistols. Overall, a good-looking figure and a pretty cool variant. And a closer look at his face, helmet, and head sculpt. Like I said before, this is the damaged Red Hood head that came with the Batman Family 5-pack, and I think that's a pretty cool idea. Not only is he frozen, but he's a little bit battle damaged as well. Now let's check out his accessories, starting off with the boring stuff. Here's his display stand, a little bit larger than a typical display stand. It's cast in a semi-transparent plastic, has a Batman logo on the front. Then we have the collector's card. As you can see, it's an image of Red Hood with the battle damage cowl. Red Hood, Frostbite edition. On the back, we have a certificate of authenticity. This is number 102 out of 4,250. If anyone out there also got this set, let me know which number you got. And then we have this display stand here, which you can put your collector's card into. It also has a pretty cool Frostbite frozen effect. Like I said, it doesn't do much for me, but if you want to display an extra figure, there you go. Here's his crowbar. It has a Frostbite effect. I can imagine a Red Hood going toward Mr. Freeze with a regular crowbar, and then bam, he freezes it. It's got a little sort of fork at the top, and a sort of point at the bottom. Here's a look at Red Hood holding that crowbar, and then we'll have these ice effects. They're pretty cool, and they're cast in semi-transparent plastic. They're going to go right over his hands as if Mr. Freeze just froze him. As much as this Red Hood does not come with guns, it'd be cool to have him holding guns, going to Freeze's base, trying to shoot him, and then bam, he freezes the guns right out of his hands. Here's Red Hood with those ice effects on his hands. Now to check out the differences, similarities, and reuse between this Frostbite Red Hood and the Three Jokers version. And I did specifically pick the one from the Batman Family 5-pack with the damaged helmet. It is 100% the same figure, same sculpt, same articulation, so let's take a closer look. Start with their heads. So you can see, we have a little bit of damage there, as well as on this guy. It's kind of hard to see, but it is there. As you go further down, his tunic looks pretty good. It's kind of semi-armored, makes you think of Robin. This one doesn't quite have the same effect because it doesn't have the red and the black, but it still looks cool. We have the jacket with the hood. Everything is the same, even the no holsters. This is now the 6th McFarlane figure that utilizes this red hood base body. Now they've taken a pretty good look at both the figure and his accessories. Let's check out his height. From bottom to the top of his head, standing right at 7 inches tall, which can translate to just under 18 centimeters. And for his articulation, starting with his head, of course, you can rotate side to side. He can look up, not that much, down, pretty good. You can't tilt his head from one side to the other. Shoulders, a ball joint goes out more than 90 degrees, up, down, around, all that good stuff. He does have that butterfly ring between his shoulder and chest, increasing the range of motion and covering the gap that would be there. Bicep cut below that, double jointed elbows. His wrist can rotate, and I mean, it's sort of hinged, but you can't really do much with that. He's got a ball joint in his torso, rotate around, forward and back. Another one is waist, rotate around, forward and back. Between the two, pretty good range of motion. You definitely get more out of the torso than the waist on this guy. Legs completely does splits, McFarlane style hip joints. Rotation is non-existent. They go forward all the way. Back not much. He's got double jointed knees and his ankle. Forward and back. Rotate. Tilt, rock, and toe articulation. Here's a look at Mr. Freeze talking to his wife Nora in his ice lair. Red Hood comes in, confronting and trying to take down and arrest Mr. Freeze. Both Red Hood and Mr. Freeze pull out their guns, about to start fighting. Mr. Freeze immediately freezes the 2 pistols out of Red Hood's hands. Mr. Freeze continues to use his freeze gun. You can see the frostbite going up Red Hood's arm until it engulfs his entire body. Mr. Freeze definitely has the upper hand now. Now let's check him out. Next to some other action figures, starting off with some other Red Hood figures. Here are all 3 versions of Batman, the 3 Jokers Red Hood figures. We have the single release on the left, Frostbite in the middle, and the Batman Family 5-pack on the right. And here he is, next to McFarlane's New 52 Red Hood. That was their first version of Red Hood, and to me, and I think most people, it's still the best one they've done. They made 3 different versions. We have the standard version, the black and white accent version, and the unmasked version. Then, next to the Gotham Knights Red Hood, they made 2 versions, the regular and the unpainted artist-proof Platinum Chase variant. Next, with the Arkham Knight Red Hood, they made 2 versions of him as well, the regular and the red version. And now, with the Outlaw version of Red Hood, here are all of McFarlane's DC Multiverse Red Hood figures. They've made 11 so far, and it seems like quite a popular figure. I bet they'll make more. And here he is, with all of the DC Direct Red Hood and Jason Todd figures. Then, with my Mattel Jason Todd figures. Next, with the Toys Remake third-party Red Hood figure. And now, with the Extreme Toys third-party Red Hood. Here's the Frostbite Red Hood. Next to the amazing Yamaguchi Red Hood. And here he is, next to a Mafex Jason Todd figure. Then, next to a custom Red Hood that I made many years before anyone actually made a Jason Todd or Red Hood figure. Here he is, next to a couple of custom Jason Todd and civilian attires that I threw together. On the left, a 7-inch version, and on the right, a 6-inch version. In the video game Arkham Knight, the Arkham Knight turned out to be Jason Todd. In the comics, the Arkham Knight is Astrid Arkham. And that's what I use the Arkham Knight for in my action figure world, a completely different character and Batman Rogue. When Jason Todd picked the identity Red Hood, it was sort of to mock the Joker. The Joker donned the identity of the criminal Red Hood the night he fell into the vat of chemicals and became the Joker. Here's this Frostbite Red Hood, next to several different Joker as Red Hood figures. And finally, here's this Frostbite Red Hood, next to the DC Direct Red Hood gang. Here's McFarlane's entire Frostbite collection, Joker, Batman, Red Hood, Nightwing, Another Batman, and Deathstroke. Now I think Batman, Red Hood, and Nightwing make a lot of sense. Batman family members could be frozen by Mr. Freeze pretty easily. Joker and Deathstroke, not so much, but I'll say one thing, these figures all look visually very pleasing. And here he is, next to a McFarlane Mortal Kombat 11 Frozen Sub-Zero, and here with a couple of Hasbro Star Wars Black Holocom figures. These guys also meet the theme of frozen transparent figures. Here's Red Hood, next to all the McFarlane DC Multiverse Mr. Freeze figures. Now let's check them out, next to some other recently released McFarlane DC Multiverse figures. Here he is next to Cyborg Superman, Bizarro, Eradicator, Armored Hal Jordan, Jade, and Cowboy Batman. I'm still missing the platinum version of Eradicator from this assortment. Here's Red Hood, next to both the regular and platinum chase variants of Icon. And here he is, next to the infamous stolen Killing Joke Joker. Then, next to both the regular and platinum chase variants of the Year 1 Batman and Year 1 Lieutenant Gordon. I'm still on the hunt for one more platinum Batman and one more platinum Gordon for my unopened collection. And now, next to McFarlane Collector's Edition Wave 11. Both the regular and platinum chase variants of Deadshot, Year 2 Batman, and Adam Strange. Here's Red Hood, next to the 4th digital wave. Both the regular and platinum chase variants of Two-Face and Dr. Fate, and the Silver Age Superman. And here he is, next to the Grim Knight vs. Killer Croc 2-pack. Then, with the most recent wave of Page Punchers, we have Supergirl from Woman of Tomorrow, and then the Kingdom Come Superman, Damage, and Starman. Then, with some more recent Walmart exclusives, we have the Nightmare, Nightfall Azrael, the Patina Dark Knights of Steel Batman, and the Jokerized Death Metal Batman. And finally, next to Batman in his armored suit from Justice League the 6th Dimension, and Batman 1 Million. Now let's check them out, next to some action figures from different various companies, so we can see how he fits in both scale and style-wise, in case you want to know which ones you can mix him with. Since he's a McFarlane toy, they're typically the 7-inch scale. I'm going to start off my comparisons with some of the large action figure lines I collect, and work way smaller. But first, let's check him out with some of his McFarlane Toys brothers. In front of you are 5 different action figure lines, all from McFarlane Toys, all 7-inch scale, and now with some Jack-specific wrestling figures, and some Diamond Select toys. Here's Red Hood, next to a bottle of laundry detergent, and here he is with some DC Direct and NECA figures. Then, with both some Mattel and Jazzwares wrestling figures, and now with some Mezco and Mattel DC figures. Next, with some Mafex and Hasbro Marvel Legends, and finally, with some SH Figure Arts and Jazzwares Fortnite figures. So overall, it's a pretty cool Red Hood figure. I see a lot of people saying how utterly pointless these Frostbite figures are, and I totally understand where you're coming from. They're every bit as pointless as the Jokerized and Patina stuff, but they look cool. Red Hood, Jason Todd is a cool character, the figures sell very well, and the sort of frosted effect looks nice on him. And the fact that he's a Batman ally, it kind of makes sense. You could potentially have him and Mr. Freeze facing off. His accessories are good. We have the little frost pieces. It would have been nice if he had some guns, and it would have been nice if he had the alternate unmasked head that came with the Batman Family 5-pack. Sculpt and paint job, very nice for what they're going for. They definitely achieved the goal. Articulation is everything you'd expect from a McFarlane figure, even though his articulation is quite a bit dated. I still struggle with the ankles, getting him to stand up properly. His feet are constantly, like the toes are a little off the floor, it's not quite flush. If I were to rate this figure, I think I'll give him a 7 out of 10. I'm sure I rated the original 3 Jokers Red Hood higher than that, and I do prefer the regular fully painted version, but this one looks really cool as well. I have no idea what the next Frostbite figure is going to be, but I'm definitely curious. So this is D Hunter. Thank you for watching this video. If you liked the video, press like below. If you have anything you want to say about the video, add to the comment section. If you want to see additional action figure reviews from me, press subscribe. I do appreciate when you do that. Once again, this is D Hunter. Thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you guys real soon.